Hey guys, it's Francis. Today's Monday, February 10th, 2025. This is my trade review. I took a couple of days hiatus, wasn't feeling too well, was really under the weather, so I didn't really trade the last 2 days last week. But we're back at it today. You can see here the screenshots of my trades right here. As far as census is concerned, exactly break even to a penny. I didn't make any day trades, only options today. So let's look at the market. For the spies, it was very uneventful, not even 50% ATR. For me, it was an inside day. It had to break above this. Let's go back here. It had to break above this orange resistance. This line has persisted since December 4th. It just couldn't break above it. Q is more or less the same thing, about 43% ATR. Yeah, it was above it, but more or less the same thing. The only day trade I could have thought of was NVIDIA. This is a beautiful three bar play, but I did not take it. Um, well, even comparing to the market, this was beautiful. Relative strength to a market, it was just everything you asked for. But what stopped me was how many days it was up in a row. One, two, three, four, five, six. I was actually concerned that it would fake out and just reverse course. Um, so that's kind of where my mindset was at. We'll start off with the first trade I took was Google. So I took five trades as per the screenshot. The first three was bad. The last two kind of got me back to break even. I don't really have anything to say about the first three. They were just bad trades in general. But I can tell you my thought process at the time, just so I can learn from it going forward. This one, I shorted it at what was it? It was at 9:57. So 9:57 on the 1 minute. What I was thinking at least was this was coming down. The market was pushing up, I believe, at the time. Yeah, the market, uh, it's okay. Like it was just a bad trade. Anyways, I thought it was under the VWAP, under 9 EMA, it was going to go down. So I went in at 9:57 right when this bar came in, and I was expecting it to come back down here, but obviously it just popped back up right away. I immediately exited, and this I got out at 17 cents. And then Apple, more or less the same thing. It was so weak. Apple was super weak relative to the market, but I was trying to ride. If you know what, had I gone in right at the 9 EMA, this would have been okay. But I got in at what time did I get in at? I got in at 9:59. So basically at this bar right here, it came back up. It just couldn't push down any further. Um, yeah, it's just not a good trade. So there I lost about 10 cents on that guy right there. And then last but not least, NVIDIA, I was expecting it, now it's closer to the 50 MA. I'm like, okay, let's just looking for a way short. But this is way too choppy. Like it's not short in consolidation. It's just coming down. But as Amo said, these are kind of like what do you call it? Wedges? No, no, not wedges. It's just coming back down and it can bounce out. I forget the terminology, but I I went in at 10:05 right here, and then obviously it just this one was bad because it started running away from me. It moved up pretty quick. Um, and I think the option I bought was February 21st, so that was okay, but it just kind of ran away from me. The spread was not kind either. I think it was about 15 cents at some point. So I lost about 29 cents on that. And then I actually got it back from Google. This one on the run up right here, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven bars. And on the 5 minute, one, two, three on the igniting, I kind of drew a pen right here. I got in right here, and this was a quick 25 cents. I think I was in relatively quick. So oh 05, sorry, 10:09 I got in, and then by 10:12 I was out. And the last trade that kind of saved me was Amazon. I traded this one with Aaron Doss from Live Traders. I had this little band here, so this is where I drew the band, and I was expecting a short here as it ran up. I contemplating it on doing it right here, but Aaron's like, "Hey, you know what? You gotta wait until closer to 135." So that's kind of what we did. It obviously it didn't really push that part, but as you can see, narrow body bars, and then we both kind of got in at 10:32. as its bar formed, and then I got out at 10:38 right here as it touched the 20 rising 20 MA. That was a clean 30 cents. Exactly, 31 cents. So yeah, that got me back to break even. Just gotta be a little bit more careful with my trades. Don't start jumping into it. Let the trades play out. But at least it was break even despite how poorly I traded in the beginning. So that's my free review for Monday, February 10th, 2025. Thank you.